Heather Morgan. I'm from Long Beach, California, and I am a budget-savvy traveler. My friends would describe my personality as stubborn and adventurous, fun, friendly. Those are all really great things. Rock climbing, I play accordion, I drum, I love to write, I do photography, I'm a yoga instructor. Lots of things. This is kind of nerdy, but I make these little yarn balls for fun. These are going to be decorating all of my wedding. I'm willing to try any adventure that you put in front of me. I'm not afraid to be alone in Mexico City walking the streets, but that's just who I am. So these shoes I also got from Peru. They're my favorite shoes, and I just walked into Steve Madden and they have a whole line of these shoes for, you know, $200 for boots. But I got mine for $10 in Peru, so. My first experience with discount travel was going to South Africa. I had an opportunity to work with some kids and paint in elementary school and kind of just lead a summer camp for them. All I had to pay for was my trip over there, and everything else was paid for. And that instilled a love of traveling. I think that was the whole start of everything, and realizing if you're willing to work, that you can go almost anywhere in the world no matter how much money you have. I didn't have any money as a senior in high school, but I made it with the help of some friends and just willing to be able to work over there. So budget traveling and bargain hunting means not just to be frugal or that you're trying to cheat people out of getting money, but it really means an experience that helps you grow as a person. I cannot tell you how traveling has shaped my life and shaped who I am today. Meeting people, becoming more compassionate, becoming more aware of what you need in this world. I mean, these are the few souvenirs I have, but I don't really even bring back a lot of souvenirs because we really don't need that, and you find that out as you meet these people, maybe in a third world country. I find that's the most useful way to get some discount travel, or to even barter your services, or find a family or a couch to sleep on while you're there. I have worked in a peach factory to travel up to Northern California and like shovel peach slop that smells like throw up, you know? You just have to, I'm really adventurous. New Zealand, Malaysia, I helped transport crocodiles in Malaysia because I met a guy which that was his job, so we just roped up the crocodiles and helped move them into different cages. My travel mantra is don't be afraid to ask. People are willing to give you free hotel rooms, free wine tasting, free places to stay as long as you ask. And they want to learn from you as much as you want to learn from them. So I think that's my basic strategy when I travel. I went to Martinique, a French-speaking country, and met a woman who wanted to practice her English, so she let me ride her horses on a white sand beach, and we were galloping bareback. It's something I never imagined, but while I was doing that, I was like, my life could end and I'd be pretty happy. If you're willing to give up part of your time, give up your arms, your legs, your brain to work, then you'll see you'll get a big return, and you'll get free food, you'll get free lodging. I paid $130 a month for my apartment with breakfast included, just living with a family. So you'll find these deals. You just have to be open to the idea of maybe it's not going to be the 4-star hotel you wanted, but it will be a much richer experience in my experience. This picture I also used an old chessboard. Did these photos to raise money for the recycling project that I worked with in Cusco. So this woman, they have tons of parades, they celebrate people and music, and this was a woman dancing on the street. I got this free potato sack to put the picture on. You can also print pictures on regular paper at Kinko's for like $1. So these prints weren't very expensive. Here's some of my other photos of a church in a town called Ollantaytambo, which you can travel to for about $1 on a chicken bus from Cusco. Here's the Cusco town center, just a piece of plywood I found in the garage. Really, really beautiful at night. One of my favorite places I've ever been to. I cut up an old door and put some of my photos on this. This was a float that was going down the street of an Indian. They love color. The streets are amazing. I think designers would spend thousands of dollars trying to decorate like Peru does. It just comes naturally to them. These are some old Peruvian ladies I met in a village by a lake called Lake Titicaca, one of the largest freshwater lakes in Peru. They were all celebrating a wedding. They had 40s of Cusqueñan beer. And it was amazing. And actually one of these ladies let us stay with her. We just asked, told her we were traveling from California. So I think that's one of the main things, just being open to experiences and not having expectations when you travel. You'll have a much better experience and it will be really cheap. I have some things I've gotten on my Latin American trips, particularly Peru. This is my jacket, handmade by a woman that lived next door to me. I got it for, I think, like maybe $3. And then in Peru, you can go down to the main streets and buy these bags or maybe a blanket for, I don't know, maybe $100 or so. But if you talk to some locals, they have a 15-block garage sale, and that's where I picked up these for at least a third of the price. So this bag, which I take everywhere with me for trips, and then a hand-woven vintage rug I also got at this garage sale, which all the vendors pick up their stuff from. This would probably be about $400 in the States. Also, because I was cold in Cusco, I needed to get socks. Handmade, beautiful, I love them. I also got this little trinket. It's a 1700s gold patch that they used for mining gold. So these are some of my prized possessions. I think there is a general fear of maybe going to South America or Central America or maybe Southeast Asia. But all of these places have luxurious, beautiful, amazing, blow your mind environments, people, and once you get there you realize the things that you read about aren't necessarily true. With Machu Picchu, you can go online and it says, okay, you're gonna need a guide, you're going to only be able to take this much with you, it's gonna be $600 to get there with the guide. And once I got in the country, I was working for a nonprofit group. They were a travel resource center, so it was perfect. They had all the alternative hikes listed. And so I decided, you know, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna do it on my own and see how it comes out. And I took my backpack, got $30 worth of food, and hiked 50 miles over a 15,000 foot pass. Now that's quite adventurous. There are easier ways to get there, like cabbing it, you can do for 20 bucks instead of taking the train, but you're not gonna find these things online. So that's what's really important, is you need to go to the country and talk to people, and they'll gladly give you what the native people rate is or the native hints of that country. And we walked all the way to Machu Picchu, 50 miles. I stayed in villages, I stayed in people's yards, I stayed with chickens, I stayed with pigs waking me up in the morning. But all of those things are priceless, much better than waking up in a hotel with your chocolate or coffee. I don't know. I just feel the experience is so much greater sleeping with pigs. Showing people what's out there and just looking at the world and seeing all that it has to offer, I think there's no reason to ever be bored. There's always something to do, always something to look at, always a new experience to learn from. You find out that experience is the bulk of life. Like where you go and the people you meet is what really counts and matters. And so when you're searching for these discounted experiences or discounted travel, you're gonna enrich your life in a way that is priceless. It's not a house, it's not a car, it's not something that everybody experiences, but it's special to you and it shapes who you are. So yeah, it means my life. It means everything to me. And I wouldn't be able to do that. I mean, I am a professor at a private university that pays you pennies for your classes. I'm a yoga instructor that pays $25 an hour. I'm scraping by in life, but no one can take away these experiences that I've gotten for such a good price and discount. Yeah,